Happy Thursday. Just wanted to get on for a few moments on this Thursday, and I want to talk a little bit about relationships. I think some people are have got themselves in wrong relationships that aren't from God, and they turn out to be an absolute mess. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about relationships, and you know, I'll give people a chance to come in and see if some people will come in. If not, they can watch the replay. Hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday. I had a wonderful birthday on October the 7th. God is good. He's gracious. He's merciful. He's kind. All of that. So I'm going to wait and see if some folks come in this morning. There are so many people think that they are qualified to be with people. And the more I look at situations and the more I hear about people in bad relationships and what if I had waited on the Lord or whatever, it is important to know that you are in a good relationship, a godly relationship, and a relationship where you can feel safe. No woman wants to be in a relationship with any man where she does not feel safe. And that is so true. So I'm going to go ahead and start. One of the things that you've got to be able to do is you've got to have extremely good listening skills. That's one of the things that you have to do. You have to have really good listening skills. You have to learn to listen to people and listen to what they're saying. So basically what you're doing is listening to see. You're listening to this individual will help you see what kind of person they really are. And a lot of times people will put on their best behavior until they get you. And then it's downhill from there. So many people, they just wind up in the wrong relationship. A lot of women wind up in abusive relationships. And no one wants to be with a man that is emotionally unstable, with his emotions all over the place, They accuse us women of being like this on numerous occasions. But when you see a man that is all over the place, and he's crazy and he keeps coming at you and coming at you and coming at you, that is a man, ladies, that you do not want to have anything to do with. If you meet a man, I want to tell you this, ladies, if you meet a man and that man is not submitted to his pastor or have someone over him who can check him, put him in order, that's a man that you stay away from. So today we're talking about, are you in the right relationship? Are you in a relationship with someone that is healthy, that is, safe, that's, that won't harm you? Today, women are getting in all kind of demonic relationships. And R.C. Blake's defined it very well. He talks about the 6 foot tall guy, 6-pack, 6-figure man. And basically what he refers to as the mark of the beast man. And a man doesn't have to have all the 6 figures, the 6-pack, or be 6 feet tall. I see women that are really in dangerous relationships. I see friends that are supposed to be friends, but they can't be friends because they aren't checking these guys. A real friend will always tell you about yourself, but I don't see anyone checking these individuals. And you've got to take and be with someone that is, like I said, that have a people that he's submitted to. In other words, accountability. That's what I'm trying to say, is accountability. He's got to be accountable to someone. He's got to be accountable to people. You you can't be with somebody that is just not accountable to anybody. He just running wild, wants to do what he wants to do, say what he wants to say, treat you any kind of way. No, no, no. You're going to, if you listen to see, and when I say listen to see, you use your ears to see what's to come. Your ears will tell you what's to come, and you stay away from these dangerous men that are, they're out to just destroy you, just totally destroy a woman. And I'm not saying all men, there are healthy men out here, but we're talking about men that aren't healthy. And if you're with someone that is a really good person and you're in a relationship with them, they're going to always want to take and settle conflict. Conflict will arise in all relationships. But if you see a person that is willing to settle that conflict and bring peace to the relationship, more than likely that's a person that is a good person. But you have so many people that do not want to resolve conflict. They want to keep it going on and on and on. Another one is if that man, like I said, isn't submitted to anyone at all, no pastor, no group of friends that check him, no accountability group, run, Forrest, run. That's all I can tell you is run, Forrest, run. Never be with nobody that when you give them a boundary and you put it in place and you tell them that you don't like something and that individual continues on to go past those boundaries and your dislikes, that is a person that you should not be around. That's somebody that you should be calling the police on. A person that do not respect your boundaries, a person that will not listen to you, a person that is determined to do what the devil is whispering in their ear. In other words, I'll get you any way I can. If it means kidnapping you, if it means hurting you, I'll do whatever I can to have you as my possession. That's somebody that is really sick, ladies. And I'm talking to the ladies this morning because it's going on. It is going on. I'm seeing a lot of this, a lot of this. You got to be with a person that is always transparent. Someone that is transparent is someone that you will learn to trust. You can trust that individual. They're transparent. They're willing to open up. They're willing to let you know about them, and they're willing to, just lay it all on the line. And I think when you meet somebody, you should be able to lay everything on the table. That's when you take and lay things out on the table. You give a person the opportunity to pick, choose, and select. Here's reality. If you don't want to deal with it, then you can walk away. But we have so many people that are out here that are just, they're after money. They're after status. They're after, just some people out here just to destroy people's lives, which is absolutely insane. And so you see these people and what they're doing, but women don't stop and think, well, this person has money, but they're crazy. How are you going to deal with that? Yeah, you got the lifestyle, but now you're dealing with a nutcase, somebody that could really hurt you. So these are things, ladies, to think about this Thursday morning as you meet people or you get in relationships with people. As a believer, we always have to live a life of sacrifice and a servanthood to other people. We're always a servant to people. I know that I am all the time. I find myself at times cooking for people, being a blessing to them all the time, because that's the kind of heart that I have. If you are going into a relationship, then you're going to have to trust that person. You're going to have to learn to depend on them. You're going to have to learn, to trust them with your whole heart. And so many women say, well, he's nice, but there's something about him. I just don't trust him. Well, that is a red flag. That is a red flag that you should never, ever look past. That is something that you should definitely pay attention to. Are you with a person that don't want to grow? Is that person has that person in their life, they feel like that they've got to the point where, hey, look at here, this is all that I want to be, and I don't plan on doing nothing else, so I don't plan on growing. Day to day we should be growing, we all should be growing. Are they stunted in their growth? If they're stunted in their growth, this is a red flag. A person has to be willing to grow. We all grow. I don't care how old you are, you're still learning, you're still growing, you're still developing. And so these are things, ladies, to take and just pay attention to. You're hearing it from an older woman that have been through some things in life. And when you run across a man that it's all about his agenda and him controlling and wanting to control you at whatever, you know, whatever degree that he can, whether it's to sit back and make you feel bad about yourself or to cut you off from your friends where you have no one there but him. These are all red flags. You need to run, Forrest, run. You don't need to be with anybody like that at all. I was looking through my notes. That person also has to be really, really, really uh, attentive to you as their woman, attentive to all of your needs that you have as a woman. If that person is not there and they are not attentive to your needs, this is somebody that you don't want to be around. You just do not want to be around a person like this. You have to, in life, you have to be around someone that is willing to grow, willing to develop. You grow together, you develop, businesses together. This is going to be your best friend, your senior partner, your partner in everything that you do, not your senior partner, because in my life, the Holy Spirit is my senior partner in everything that I attempt to do. There are a lot of people that do not want to hear this message. You have people out here that, are obsessed with women. I've seen women obsessed with men. I've seen men obsessed with women, and I will get you at whatever cost. If I have to hurt you, drag you off somewhere where no one will ever see you again. You got crazy people out here like this. We're in the end times, man. It is rough out here. You have to take and if you have a call of God on your life, say you have a call of God on your life and the other person doesn't have a call of God on your life. Your call of God is about you, the purpose, plan, and the destiny that God had for your life. Is that individual willing to accept the fact that you have a call of God on your life, or there is something that you're doing for the Lord? If not, this is a person that you do not need to be with, ladies. Love suffers long, is patient, is kind. When you see a man that is emotionally unstable, been in and out of psychiatric hospitals all over the place, and here he is after you, this is a sign, ladies, that you should run. It should be run, Forrest, run. And I wanted to come on this morning and just talk a little bit about this, because I run into people and they tell me I'm in a relationship and the person won't respect my boundaries. I can't, they're not accountable to anyone. They want to do what they want to do. I can't see my friends. I can't talk to my friends. Well, I keep telling them that's a person that you don't need to be with. We need to avoid these people. Isolation is part of the domestic violence cycle. And when you see people that want to isolate you, keep you away from your friends, where you can't talk to people, move you away from your family, all of these are signs of an abuser. That is part of the domestic violence. Isolation is a part of that cycle. And more than likely, this individual is a narcissist too. Remember what I told you. Your ears can also cause you to see things. If you listen closely to people with your ears, you will be able to see what kind of person they are. You will be able to see it, but you have to listen attentively with your ears. Remember, I told you dating is for data. Dating is not for kissing, holding hands, sex. It is for data. That's where you get the information. So to stay safe and to stay out of trouble, lady, you have to know that a person like this is not a safe person. It's not a person that you want to get involved with at all. If you meet a man and that man is not of the same faith, I would say this, and this is just personally my opinion: how can two walk together unless they agree? If I'm a Christian and I'm not a Muslim, why would I want to marry a Muslim? There would be no reason for us to, because our faith is different. How can two walk together unless they agree? So if you don't agree on things, that is a sign that that is not the person for you. You've got to be able to talk things out, agree on things, all of this. And so growth, like I said, is an essential part of any relationship. Both people need to grow. If you're with a person they don't want to grow, stay away from them. That is not a good person. That is not a good person to be with. You got to be with somebody honest. You got to be with somebody that's transparent. You got to be with somebody that has good listening skills. You got to be with somebody that you feel safe with, ladies. That's what it's all about, is being with someone that you feel safe with, not someone that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up because they're crazy. These are things that I'm telling you, you need to pay attention to these things, ladies. A dangerous man is one who does not hear a word that you are saying. If you're talking to your man and he's not listening to a word that you are saying, and he blows you off, that is a dangerous man. Don't ever be with a man that does not listen to you. You have a voice. You're his helpmate. So you're going to potentially be his helpmate. And if he is not listening to you, that is an individual you do not want to be with at all. At all. If a man doesn't have someone that say that in his life, let me back up. Don't try to see how he's treating you on a date. See him outside of that. See him. How does he treat other people around you? If you go in a store, how does he talk to the people that are in the store, or in the grocery store, or people that are in a business, or does he get upset with a waitress? Does he act crazy? These are things to look out for. And I'm telling you, more women are getting themselves into horrible situations, and it is really, really bad. Some of them turn out really bad. Like I said, boundaries, we all have boundaries, or we should have boundaries. If you have a man that's constantly violating your boundaries, this is a man that you do not want to be with. God is screaming at you, telling you, no, this is not the person. This is not the person. Women are helpmates. What your question to him should be, what is your vision? What can I help you with? I'm a helpmate. And so you got to know your role, who you are, what you're supposed to do. We all, as Christians, have to always live a life of sacrifice. We're sacrificing every day. We sacrifice for our families. We sacrifice sometimes our sleep to work overtime on a job. There are a lot of things in life that we sacrifice. So that person has to have that in them too. We talked about the person being honest and transparent. We talked about that. We talked about a person that's willing to settle an argument instead of keeping it going. In other words, stop gaslighting. If you got a man that gaslights and want to keep stuff going and he's all about what is in his head versus what the word of God says, that's a dangerous man. That's a man that's totally out of control. And so, ladies, you need to know this. You need to know this. And these are red flags that say stay away from him. Check and see if, say, the needs that you have, whether or not he's able to take and fulfill those needs. And I'm not talking about on a sexual level, because you shouldn't be having sex if you're dating. I'm talking about, is he there? Does he do what he says he's going to do? Is his word his bond? Is his word any good at all? These are things you check, that you check out and that you pay attention to. You got to make sure that you have a set of people like male friends, your son, people in your family that you can run this individual by, that can tell you more than what you're actually seeing. So I have people that totally dislike me. And I mean, I have been through this thing, and I had this man, he is just absolutely, something's wrong with him. And I know something's wrong in his head, because he constantly comes for me, and the feeling is not mutual. He's been told over and over the feeling isn't mutual, but he still comes. And so I don't care how much money you have, what you have, that doesn't matter to me. I've walked away from money before because it wasn't a situation I wanted to be in. And I think that that's a woman's choice. She has a right to walk away if it's not a good fit for her, or if it does not make her feel safe, or if she does not like the way that that man is, emotions all over the place, crazy, wanting to do what he wants to do, won't listen to anybody. This is not a person that I would ever want to be with. And I'm just giving you ladies a few pointers today, because there are so many women that are in domestic violence situations. I've seen situations where the woman even got over into the area where the man pushed her into prostitution, things that I have never been through in my entire life, but I see women go through. And I'm telling you, you got some street men out here that are just absolutely just diabolically evil. And so you want to avoid these people. You want to pray and wait on the Lord, ladies. I'm telling you, I don't care how long the wait is. I would rather wait than be involved with someone that is totally detrimental to my physical, emotional, psychological health. And you got them out here. They're out there, ladies. So I just want to let you know today, I wanted to come on a few minutes and I wanted to talk about this. It's important because I see more women, they're going after money, going after status and all of this, and you don't know nothing. He flaunts his money. You flaunt your body, and neither one of you guys know anything about each other's mind. And that's a downfall, man. I'm telling you, the enemy is out here having field day when it comes to relationships, instead of just waiting on the Lord. It is so important that we wait on the Lord. I have a set of people that don't like me, and they've come after me. They've called me crazy. They've called me everything but a child of God. And you know why they're doing that? To cover up their own guilt and their dirt that they're doing. That's the only reason, because people that really know me, they know my character. They know who I am. And so I wanted to go over my list to see if there was anything else on it that I had wrote down that I'm not covering. Let's see here. Oh, someone that you can trust. When you tell them something, it goes nowhere else. That's important too. You need to be with a person that's consistent. I have so many people who aren't consistent. And so these are some points that I wanted to bring out this morning, because there are a lot of people out here looking for love, believing God for a mate. Well, I'm going to tell you what, you don't want to wind up with a psychopath, a sociopath, someone that is absolutely insane and crazy, and a person that would break every law to have money, get money any way that they could possibly get it. This is not a person that you want to be with, ladies. And I do believe we ladies have a voice in who we want to be with and who we do not want to be with. So, like I said, I wanted to come on for a few minutes. God bless you and keep you in his care. And you are listening to absolutely the best and inspirational podcast. You are listening to Dr. Carrie Hall, broadcasting live from T-Town, Oklahoma. You have an amazing day today. God bless you this Thursday and keep you in his care. Take care.